BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting. From the earliest odds to in-game live betting, BetOnline provides you with all the action and the ability to watch the games as they happen. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, NBA, NHL, and much more. Head to BetOnline today to get in on the action with America's most trusted site for online wagering. BetOnline. The game starts here.
This shit feel like ain't settled. Put lines on through my action. Wake up in the morning, count my blessings. Feel like heaven. This shit feel like ain't settled.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the Money Down, the Believe Network, presented by BetOnline.ag. Back again with another live episode. Man, we had a good divisional round of the playoffs. Ain't got to hear no more Rams talk no more, y'all.
Whoa, that's wild. Bro, that's crazy.
Because last week you had that energy. As soon as we started the show, it was rant. You ain't even.
I'm gonna always have that energy. I'm gonna always have that energy. First off, I don't care. I don't care if we 0-13, which ain't ever gonna happen. We're not the Dolphins. We're not the Patriots, and we're not the Falcons. So
we ain't go over.
I don't think we ever been over, bro.
Nah.
Over.
Hey, now
y'all was closer than we was.
Who got more chips now? No, so who got more chips?
That's cool. What happened this year? That's all I gotta say.
Before we start the show, I got a question. Hey, Warren, before we start the show, I got a question.
What up?
When the Rams played the Patriots in the Super Bowl, who you was rooting for?
Oh, hey. Hey, you know what? Let me say this. Hey, I was rooting for the Rams. Hey, hold on. I was rooting for the Rams, but I had my Sweet Feet merch on now. Come on.
Yeah.
I had my Sweet Feet merch on.
You know what's crazy? This man has played both of his best friends' favorite team in the Super Bowl.
That's wild, ain't it?
That's
crazy. He ain't played the other one yet, though. That's wild.
It's funny. I played my favorite team growing up and lost to him. That's so
crazy. I never thought of that. Falcons, that's my favorite team. He played the Rams, Warren's favorite team, and then he played his favorite team growing up, the Eagles. That's crazy.
Hey, you know who you ain't got to worry about playing though?
They play twice every year.
Yeah, playing twice.
Oh, shoot.
Oh man, that's wild, man. Great way to start the show.
Hail Mary at the end, so I can take
y'all got that. Still won the bowl,
and I was at the crib too.
Yeah,
I was at the crib.
Yeah, y'all always beat us down there for whatever reason. But hey, but shout out to Bills Mafia though. Producer Perk is his Bills Mafia still alive? Took down the Ravens. But before we get into the divisional round talk, we'll start the Bears. They hired the Lions offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson. It was rumored that he was the front runner to be the head coach for the Bears, and they ended up hiring him. You see some of the Lions fans on Twitter, they kind of hot with him, saying he wasn't locked in. The typical thing that happens on Twitter. They take the L. He wasn't locked in, this and that. He was worried about hiring his staff and all that. The game was not on Ben Johnson, man.
Yeah.
But we'll get into the game in a little bit, but what is y'all thoughts on the hire? I think it's great for Caleb Williams. Hopefully, he hires a staff that really helps on the defensive side of the ball, because the defense was really good over the last couple of years with Eberflus. Offense was very skeptical, but hopefully he hires a great defensive staff to keep that side of the ball, playing well, and then hopefully he can develop Caleb Williams and he can get back on track, next season. What's y'all thoughts on the hire?
I'm earlier today, me, you, and Ryan, we was on Xbox, and I was playing the clip of what Dan Orlovsky was talking about, and he was just saying like it's not much stats or like recordings of that offensive-minded head coach, right, taking to the rookie or a young quarterback to the next level. And when you said that, I thought about it, and I was like, damn, like you look at Jaden Daniels, he's with a defensive-minded coach. I know they mentioned Jared Goff, but the Rams ended up shipping him out. So I just think it's going to be real interesting. I'm excited to see what kind of, flavor that Ben Johnson brings to that, offense as far as play calling. Because I look at what he's done in Detroit. I don't feel like he got any more gadget plays, but it just seemed like week after week.
Yeah, he dialed that joint up.
Week after week. it was something new. So I'm just excited to see what he's able to do with Caleb Williams, who is, in my opinion, way more athletic than Jared Goff.
Yeah.
And then also having a guy having some weapons on the outside. I mean, I think Caleb can be very special. He played well this season, and now it's time for him to take the next step, kind of like similar to Jared Goff.
Sure. No, I agree with that. I think you got a really good offensive coach, and that's where you struggled, this past season. Giving him an opportunity to work with a young quarterback that has a lot of talent. Like we saw him shine at times last year. We saw him sputter at times last year. So now, you got him coming into a second year. He's a little bit more used to the speed of the game. So now you can be able to build around him. And you still have weapons on that offensive side of the ball. So it's not like you got to do a lot in the offseason. But obviously you want to make sure that whatever you got coming in is going to be a complimentary piece to him because you're building around him. What I will recommend to the Bears organization, give him more than 2 years, please. First year don't work out.
I agree.
Obviously, he got another year. If the second year don't work out, give him another year because obviously y'all have gone through this cycle of getting rid of a coach every 2 years. It ain't nothing getting better. So give the man an opportunity to figure out his pieces, what he's going to need, because you got to think about guys that are on contract years, guys that he may not have the following year. You got to give him an opportunity to be able to work with that and show what he can do from a game management, team management standpoint.
Yep, I agree. Just to piggyback what all three of y'all said, like I think he's one of the best candidates that was out there. He got the job, got a good quarterback. Like Jay said, more athletic than Jared Goff, and hopefully, like Warren said, hopefully they give him the time to. He can't change it in a year. That division is already tough as hell.
It is.
We don't know how it's going to play out, but hopefully, he gets more weapons around him. They have a good amount of weapons now, but it's not what they had in Detroit. So hopefully it all works out for him. I think
what's crazy though? We say and that's what I was gonna ask y'all, like, where do you think they're missing? Because if you talk about receivers, O-line, right? DJ Moore, he's been hooping. I don't know the Keenan situation, right? If he was on a 1 year or if he out, but they drafted a receiver last year out of Washington, so they got to start. They got a stud tight end. Like they got the weapons. Like they just got to figure it out.
Yeah,
they got a backfield too.
Yeah, they got solid backfield. I think just offensive line, just making sure you sure that up. And I think with the play calling, that Ben Johnson, the guy who's actually calling the plays, they can be able to scheme it up to help some of those offensive linemen out because it won't be as strong as the Lions offensive line. They had like 5 first-round draft picks. It's hard. It's gonna be hard to emulate that. They built that. A lot of years, a lot of tough years, a lot of tough times to build that. So you ain't gonna get a bunch of first-round draft picks on the offensive line. But whether they address it in free agency or the draft, they got to make sure they protect the quarterback because regardless of what play you call, them dudes ain't blocking up front. You don't stand no damn chance. So we'll see what happens for Ben Johnson. I think it's a good hire. I think he deserves the opportunity. Like Soj said, we haven't seen a lot of success with some of these offensive coordinators who have gotten, these head coaching jobs with these young quarterbacks. But look, you got to judge it by a case-by-case basis, let it play out, and see what happens for him. But definitely, he definitely won like the flashy award, with how it looks, trying to make sure you get hired. He definitely won that every single week. You saw some crazy stuff. So we'll see what happens when he's the head man. Then we'll turn the page over to New England Patriots. They brought my guy back. Josh McDaniels hired him as the offensive coordinator. I know he was the quote-unquote top candidate to come back. We talked about this. I think it was last week, I believe. But I think this is great. I think what's been missing on the offense for the New England Patriots is details. And one thing that Josh McDaniels is going to stress every single day, every single meeting, is details. And if you ain't going to follow them damn details, your ass ain't going to be on that field. And I think that's what this is the truth. And that's what this team needs because you can see I know the offensive line wasn't great. You lost guys to injury and whatnot, but I think for every single person on that offense, they will get better within this system as long as you are able to listen, take the coaching, and practice hard. Like the walkthroughs are important, the meetings are important. I think that all helps you get prepared for the game. And I think Vrabel's done a pretty decent job so far of hiring those right people. But obviously we got to see the results now. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's doing a great job of taking his time, selecting his staff. He's being very smart and strategic when it comes to that. I think Josh is a great starting point. I think it's great for Drake May too, man. He saw what he did I said a couple weeks ago, saw what he did for Mac Jones in his rookie season. He's going to help him learn the game. He's going to know Mike points in the run game and the passing game, everything. He's going to elevate him and take him to that next level. And I think the receiving corps will really take that next step too. I think it's a smash mouth hire. I said, I don't know how the results, turn out immediately, but I think it will, look better than what it was last year for sure. 100%. But yeah, man, I think it's a good hire. What you guys think about it?
I agree. Not to. I know, James. I know you're biased. I know that's your OC, man. So I know you gotta hype him up. But I agree. I
was going to ask about this. I was going to ask about that.
Inside information, James. What you know?
I don't know nothing. I like teasing people, man. I ain't getting no call yet, but
look. Now we your homies now. Now if we see tomorrow and it's a chef bomb or something like that, I'm gonna be hot.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be hot. I'm
gonna say right now.
Now y'all know y'all would know if I got a text. I'll let y'all know by now.
Sure.
I ain't ready for that lifestyle. I mean, look, if Josh called me or whatever, say he would like to hire me, I definitely strongly consider it because that's my guy and it's a system that I already know. So it ain't gonna be like nothing crazy. So I mean, still the hours crazy over there.
Boy, I gotta work on
the graveyard.
I don't know.
All right, Josh, if you're listening, you heard him now. Got him.
Bro, it would be so funny, dog, because like I don't think I ever seen you like mad or yell like none of that. So just to see you in that role, like it just would be crazy because somebody fumble the ball, like I couldn't see you, like I just couldn't see it, bro.
I'm not a person that typically get mad nothing like that, but hey. Y'all know this is a result-oriented business, you know what I'm saying? So what they doing out on that field is a reflection of me. So I got to make sure them boys on point. But I ain't gonna change my character. I ain't gonna be cussing nobody out, nothing like that. But I'm gonna make sure them boys know what they need to do, inside and out. So when the game roll around, we ain't the ones lacking. I'll tell you that.
Hey, don't say that now. You might have to cuss out some of these young dudes these days. Boy.
Putting that pin on the ground.
If it gets to that point, you know what I'm saying? We gotta have a little one-on-one.
But like think about this, right? Like when Stevenson got into the league, like that was your little bro. So like imagine, right? You wouldn't cuss him out, but I'm just saying, just imagine like going from that little bro role to now it's like I'm your coach. I mean that probably would be super super dope too and cool. Yeah. But I just would love to see it, bro. Because I like I said, I don't think none of us has ever seen you in that light of like. You talking like I gotta feed my family too. You ain't gonna get me fired.
I ain't having that. It would be crazy, honestly. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'd entertain it, but I'm sure. Look, they hiring a veteran coaching staff over there. I don't think they're gonna bring in a first time coach to join their coaching staff. So I don't think that's necessarily gonna happen.
Do they go for the trifecta and bring in Matt Patricia as the DC?
Nah, I don't think that's how. Matty P, my dude, man. He's a great defensive coordinator, but I don't think that's not gonna happen. I know from what I've been seeing is the lead guy for that is Terrell Williams, the defensive line coach for the Lions, and I saw somebody posted in the chat. He coached with Vrabel in Tennessee, so the connection's already there. That's typically how it happens. When it comes to this, it's got to be some type of connection, and I think that could be a strong, especially if Aaron Glenn ends up leaving. Detroit, which, like I said, we'll get into all that. Detroit may be maybe a tough year next year because we've seen some of these teams. We switch offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. They ain't gonna be looking the same now. So
back to the old Detroit.
Back to the old.
I don't think it get that bad, but the division tough. So I mean, you ain't gonna have another one of them years like you did this year. I don't think. especially probably next year. But they would shock me. I would say that.
I want to bring this up too for all them Pats fans. Hey James, I don't know, bro. You gotta go back and look in your mentions. They was on, when we dropped the clip of what we said about bringing back, Josh, man. They was people talking crazy. One dude like, we don't know football and all that stuff like that. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I had to like
swallow your pride. About to say something crazy. Hey, I'm with you.
Because again, I say it all the time. He played for the Patriots. I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, bro, I just had to stay away from the Twitter fingers. But it's just so crazy, right? You called it last week. A lot of people said a whole bunch of stuff, and then fast forward to this week, Josh McDaniels hired. So, hey, crystal ball alert! You knew what you were saying when you made that statement.
Yeah, man. I hope it definitely all works out. Like I said, people still gotta definitely be patient. I will say that things don't just automatically flip, in one season. So, like I said, hopefully it does. And you know what I'm saying, just be patient, y'all. I know everybody wants to see back to the Super Bowl and all that. It take time.
Be about 20 years.
He did 20 years, man.
Damn.
but
I've been waiting all my life, Warren.
yeah. Some teams ain't sniffed that joint in long or ever. So,
Ken.
Hey,
it's been since what, the 80s?
Nah, 72.
70. Ooh.
Yeah, it may have been a long
Well, none of us born.
All right, next subject.
Yeah. We'll turn the page to the divisional round of the playoffs. We had some good games this weekend. First, we'll start in Kansas City. Now
let's start there.
Game, versus Texans. The majority of the Kansas City Chiefs games this year have been close, so I expected it to be a close football game. There were some questionable calls and all that. You know how those games go. With the Chiefs and everything. I mean, the one that I didn't think was questionable. I know, Warren, you're pissed off with the Will Anderson. Like that's the rule on that one.
Bro.
It sucks,
bro.
Go ahead. You can go ahead. You say your piece.
You got the floor, fam.
Nah, bro. I'm gonna keep it to myself.
You got. Say your piece.
I feel like it's again, and everybody calls it out every Sunday, bro. Like it, and Tom Brady had it to a little bit. It's a little bit of star power treatment for sure. Yeah. Like you saw it all playoffs. Like people talk about it. Like you got quarterbacks getting but Jared Goff got destroyed, bro. Like
get out of the way.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
you ain't gonna make the play.
But still, like it's not only that. Like if that was the only thing, I think I would have a lot less to say. But it was also the slide. You're a runner.
That was bad.
That was crazy. And then also like I used to really like Pat. Like still like Pat Mahomes, great quarterback, one of the best to play the game. But the fact that you using this sideline BS as a way to draw flags, like in the sense of like a fake, like a flop almost, like that really took a lot of respect away from what I have for you as the most dominant quarterback in the league, because you know that you're gonna get that treatment. You don't have to do that, bro. Like it's just like it just takes away from the energy of watching the game, knowing that you're pulling those things, pulling out the flake flop, and then you're asking for a flag. It's like, are you great or not? Like, are you gonna, what I'm saying?
I got a question, Warren. So if I hear what you're saying. If you're in that predicament, if you're Pat Mahomes and you got a way to try to get flags or do what you can to help your team win,
I struggle with that.
You're not gonna do that.
Like I said, I've struggled with that, bro. Like, cause I like Pat Mahomes a lot, bro. But it's just like, it's one thing to get the call here and there, but to do it as often as you do, because he's the first one to do it and he's the most recent to do it. It ain't been just like a one-time thing. Like he's done it multiple times.
Repeat offender now.
Yeah. He's a repeat offender, bro. And it's just like, I get it. You got to do what you can to win, but it's just like, you already get enough from the rules in the first place. Now you got to add on to it because you get a little bit of the extra.
He do that all the time. Like,
you see what I'm saying? Like it's the extra like theatrics and all that BS that I can't get with, bro.
Well, LeBron do the same. Thing.
Again, that's what I say the same thing about LeBron. LeBron a flop artist too.
Y'all love to call out LeBron when it comes. There's way more people
Bron,
that
don't do that. Bron be flopping.
Bron be flopping, bro.
He flopped. This everybody NBA.
But then the first one to put a code in, somebody
So
just on charge.
who flopped more? Who flopped more, LeBron or James Harden? So why don't?
I'll say James. I would say James.
I ain't gonna lie though.
But don't nobody like James like that. No way. Don't nobody talk about it for a reason.
I ain't gonna lie. Bron too big for that shit though. Bron like 6'8", 250. I seen a dude just that boy. I would have thought it was the end of the world. Like
he gotta do it. He gotta do it though, because if he don't, they ain't never gonna call a foul.
James Bron too big for that, bro.
But they ain't gonna never call it because he big. If he, you know what I'm saying, so gotta sell it.
But that just goes to show you that greats do it, fam. You want to win, do what it gotta do to win.
But that still don't make it right, bro. That's my thing, bro. It's like you already got star power. You already gonna get 70% of the things that happen to you anyway. But the fact that you continue to milk it, like the extra theatrics is just what gets me, bro. Like you slow down out of bounds so you can get pushed. Boy, get you out of bounds, bro, before they don't throw the flag. Then you gonna be
somebody funk you.
Right. And then like everybody talks about
ejected. That's all.
Everybody talks about like what happened after the Bills. Everybody talks about what happened after the first Bills game and how much of a poor sport he is. Boy, you get half the calls, you know what I'm saying, that are questionable. Like, take your L and move on. Ooh. Like, what more do you want?
The Bills is the only team to beat them this year, right?
Yeah.
Am I tripping?
Yeah, they were.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't really think they did play earlier this year. But man, you talk about star power. KC ain't really got the star power no more, fam. So I think it's to the point where he has to do. I'm not gonna say like you trying to get
the,
but you gotta get you gotta get everything because like you seen it like. Again, Trav is beating people with the veteran savviness that he has for the game. Sure. You can tell, like, I don't want to say, Killer Trav moving like a turtle now.
When they caught that rod, like, go scope. That boy, quick stand.
So I agree with you, Warren, but like, bro, at the same time, fam, they like. He got to do that because he gonna get 1 or 2 calls a game and the 15-yard penalty.
Bro, but it's not just. But it's
you
not
need
just,
that. That's
bro. But it's not
changing.
just 1 or 2 calls a game, bro. Like we've talked about it time and time again on this pod, where it's happened at the most crucial time when they're about to either blow the game, lose, or game-changing momentum. Like it's happened and they've been the worst calls. Like they've been like unquestionable. We've all had that conversation. We've all seen it. It's been like. The Kansas City Chiefs lose that game if they don't get that flag, and that flag is questionable. And it was against Atlanta one time too, earlier in the season, like we talked about. It's happened time and time again throughout the season. And I'm not a hater, bro, but I'm ready to see that. I want the Bills to smoke that jump, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He's Brady, fam. And I'm not saying, listen, I think Brady's the ultimate competitor. Like I've seen Brady, chirping at people. Like Brady looked like somebody who gonna talk his, I don't really too much see that in Pat, you feel me? But at the same time, as far as the greatness levels and quarterbacks, like Brady we had to protect him, right? Like you can't afford to lose Brady for a season. And we had 1 year where he had the ACL tear and rules were changed for that. This is the same thing with Pat. Pat is the one player that I don't care if this player get hurt, this player get hurt. Patrick Mahomes cannot get hurt, fam.
When are you going to protect TJ Watt, best pass rusher in the game? When are you going to protect Pat Surtain? When are you going to put? I mean, I get that, but what I'm saying is like, and here's the difference. And I ain't going to talk about it too much longer. Here's the difference.
This was funny, bro.
Here's the difference between Tom Brady and Pat Mahomes. Tom Brady wasn't milking that jump, bro. Like Tom Brady was still sitting there, deliver the rock. You don't see Tom Brady flopping. And correct me if I'm wrong. I've never seen it. Tom Brady was sitting there and take a hit. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady ain't finna sit there and slow down before you go out of bounds. You hear what I'm saying? Like Tom Brady ain't milking it. Tom Brady is still playing the game of football, and that's why he is the greatest.
I will say something to that though, Warren. Tom Brady played in like 3 different eras of football now. So I'm pretty sure
that's fair. It might be just that might be what it is. It might be a different era.
He still wouldn't do that. Tom
he still wouldn't do that though. Right? Hey, you a hater, man. You a Miami Dolphin for sure.
Listen though. People know I hate Brady, fam. I'm talking. You know, the homie paid for him, so I had to support them boys. But I'm pretty sure Brady could do what Mahomes. If he was as mobile as Mahomes, you'll see Brady do that shit a couple of times.
I doubt it, bro. I doubt it, bro.
I done seen Brady get funked and get up talking like do it again, like
because he played in that era though, so he's used to that. Mahomes ain't never played.
But that's the difference that's the difference of greatness, bro. That's the difference. It's a mentality. It's a mindset. It ain't that it ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say the word I'm gonna say on that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say what I'm gonna say. But it ain't that stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is in that new generation.
Oh man. Oh my god.
Man, shout out to KC, bro. They won.
Hey, bro. They won. Whatever.
KC definitely won that one, man, for sure.
Kansas City refs.
we go turn the page. I'm sorry to keep going.
Yeah, we gotta
but we gotta go to the Eagles versus the Rams game, man. We had the Eagles.
It was over. We lost. All right, next.
Saquon again had another big day against y'all, man. I mean, your boy Jared Verse had himself again. He talked this stuff before the game.
He be snapping when he do that.
Sell thumbs down. New generation. That's one of their favorite celebrations, the thumbs down thing. But
bro.
He backed up his talk. So I definitely respect that. If you're gonna talk that talk, you got to go and back it up on the game. So he definitely did that. But yeah, it was a good matchup, man. It looked like the Eagles were starting to pull away with it. Y'all started to battle back, and it looked like y'all was about to make a comeback. You know what I'm saying? Which I mean, Jalen Carter really saved that game because watching the film on that play.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody hit him with a little bink, hit somebody with a little bink, would have been a nice walk-in touchdown. And Stafford had a little bit more time, but it was a good matchup, man. And like I said, I think y'all, I know you thought y'all was going to the Super Bowl, but I thought y'all overachieved this year.
Oh,
definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Overachieved.
Especially after how we started the season.
Yeah, and I think y'all definitely got a good, foundation. I don't know what happens with like Cooper Kupp and stuff like that going into like next year, but y'all got a great foundation going forward.
Yeah, if I'm LA, bro, obviously with the resume that Cooper has, bro, you got to honor the man. The man puts in work. Obviously, he was banged up this season. Got to give him another one. I mean, at least, give him a couple.
Paying him that bread?
Heck yeah, I'm paying him that bread. I am.
Wait, his contract up or his contract?
The money probably getting a little longer, the years there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But I think that they showed something. They proved it this year, like especially bouncing back. We started 1-4, right? Like, so to be able to bounce back from that, you get you get your top 2 weapons back, and then it turns around the season, right? So it shows you what you have. And so coming into this next draft, I think we got a couple key pieces we're gonna have to pick up. I think middle linebacker is gonna be interior linebacker is gonna be a big play for us. Possibly running back, just throwing it out there. I know we got Blake Corum, Kyron Williams did really well. I think we can find something a little bit more explosive in terms of like the turnover, change of speed. You know what I'm saying? Being able to take off an open field. You say, I know, that's what I'm saying now. But then also picking up some more pieces on that back end. Our defense is very young, and they played very well this past year. So I'm really excited to see what we do from a draft standpoint, and possibly what we do in the free agency.
Shout out to Cam. Shout out Miami.
But shout out Philly. They played a great game. Saquon is the real deal.
Yeah. That boy there different. And you talked about a back. I like Travion Henderson for y'all a lot. I don't know if him and Blake Corum are kind of like the same back if y'all do move on from Kyron Williams, but at the same time, just having somebody that can kind of be like a safety net for a Staffy back there, I think will fit perfect. Man, I honestly, bro, like if it's not snowing in that game, like y'all beat them, and I
agree.
I agree. We'll never know that, but at the same time, I 100% think that I 100% think that if it's not snowing, or even if it is snowing but it's not as bad, there you could clearly see that there was multiple routes. I keep thinking of the one with Demarcus Robinson when he was running the out route and he literally couldn't, like, he was chopping and couldn't get out of his break and the ball was laid inside, and I think the DB made a play on it. But it's just one of those things, man, where, if the weather was different, I'm for sure riding with you guys, bro, because defense played well, was sticky in coverage. Like, it just was a lot of things. I mean, AJ Brown, 14 yards, like, you could literally still win that game. And I think this is a blueprint, low-key, moving for the Commanders. Like, let Saquon, I'm not saying let Saquon run wild, but kind of like from the NBA approach, you're not going to be able to stop 2-6, right? Kind of like when you look at Bron, like, you're not going to stop him, bro. If he get what he get, but if you limit the guys on the outside, you clearly can see that you're going to have to make plays and you can be in the game. So the play that bothered me the most, though, Warren, and I know y'all talked about it, was I just think Staffy is too savvy of a veteran on that 3rd and 2 to take the sack, right? When you're in the red zone, and it's a problem that I see with a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL to this day. Like, quarterbacks don't throw the ball out of bounds. Quarterbacks don't dirt it. Yeah. And you can't take a sack right there, because I would take 4th and 2, throwing it in the back of the end zone, because you can't get an intentional grounding. Yeah. Versus 4th and 10 or 4th and 13, right? So you can give McVay a opportunity to dial it up, but got good stuff moving forward.
And truth be told, honestly, bro, I run it 3rd and 2. Like, obviously you haven't been successful. You hadn't been successful with it early. You started throwing the ball a lot more. Time's kind of running out. Hit them with a draw. You know what I'm saying? Get back to the ball, spike it, save your time. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Yeah. But obviously we're not coaching in that situation. We watching on TV. A lot of things could have been different, but all I know is I know AJ Brown finished that book by halftime.
Man, look, y'all say the weather, man. The weather affected both teams now. You know what I'm saying?
No. I ain't gonna lie, boys. I feel like, bro, the NFL got too much damn bread. The playoffs, these games need to be in domes, something, bro. Because I can't simulate that. I'm in LA. How can I simulate snow, bro? There's no way to. There's no way to
artificial snow made and just like have a sprinkle over it.
I mean, bro. I agree. I wish they was all indoor, but hey, I mean, if you want home field, you gotta have a better record.
That's crazy, bro.
Kind of what it is.
But the Super Bowl would never dare be in the snow.
I know.
So why is the Super Bowl game so prioritized that it gotta be somewhere? It gotta be somewhere sunny. It gotta be somewhere domed in, nice stadium. But all these other damn playoff games, I could go outside and it could be snowing and we can't run certain shit.
That's neutral site, man.
Yeah, I got to bring my money to my stadium, man. I earned that. I got need that extra chat. Need all that. Need all that, man. No, but it was a good matchup, man. I think it just came down to y'all just giving up too many big plays.
Yeah,
y'all don't do that. Don't give up the Jalen
and turnovers too. It's turnovers, killing momentum.
Yeah.
We lost. I think we put it on the ground 4 times.
Yeah, but even regardless of that, y'all still had an opportunity there to end, to win it.
Or
yeah, I think so. Kyron once, no, maybe 3.
Staffy.
Kyron once.
I think Kyron and Staffy. Oh, yeah. Staffy put it on twice.
Well, before we move on, I just want to say shout out to Verse, man. He helped me with my parlay. Money, man. You watching this? I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, with the lock.
Again with the lock.
Hey, then we'll turn the page. We'll go to Buffalo, handle their business.
Yeah, they
did. The Baltimore Ravens. I myself, I picked the Ravens to win that football game.
Me too.
I thought it was going to be Lamar Jackson's year to get back to the AFC Championship and potentially beat KC. Didn't necessarily happen. The Bills, they did what they needed to do. Josh Allen didn't perform crazily, but he played game manager. He did what they needed to do defensively to slow Lamar Jackson and company down. They made it a little push at the end. We had the drop pass and whatnot, but you got to give the Bills credit for what they were able to do. I said most people probably didn't expect them to win the game, but hey, then a good spot, man. Get another matchup with Kansas City, AFC Championship. We all know what happened the last time they matched up in this game, the 13 seconds and all that, but the rules have changed now. So, hey, if it ends up in that, they get opportunity again. But should make for a great matchup. You know what I'm saying? Definitely tough. See Lamar Jackson go out like that. It's gonna be a whole lot of talk about him. Throughout this offseason, you already see it happening. People talking about the turnovers, which he definitely didn't play perfect. I will say that. But here's my thing. I just think with the social media era and all that stuff, they expect all these quarterbacks to play perfect in these playoffs and play these perfect games. To me, you ain't gotta play perfect. Just give me a chance to win. I think that's all that matters to me. I don't think you discredit none of these dudes, whether they make it to the Super Bowl or not. I don't think whether you win a Super Bowl, losing the AFC Championship, losing the divisional round, that you can take away from any of these dudes' greatness. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, even CJ Stroud coming up, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, whatever. I don't think you can take away from their greatness, man, no matter whether they get to the Super Bowl or not. Like, there's only one team they get to win that joint every single season. It's tough. It's tough, man. Not every quarterback in the league will end up with a Super Bowl championship at the end of their career. It's hard to win them. And I don't think that, to me personally, I know everybody likes to talk about the amount of Super Bowl championships, which, yes, I got to play with the greatest ever. He got the most Super Bowls and everything, rightfully so. Maybe some of these dudes don't get put in that category, like with the Patrick Mahomes and the Tom Brady's, because they don't have the amount of championships, but that don't mean they're not great. So that's my whole spiel, when it comes to that. I know people like to, really like dig at some of these dudes because, they didn't make it to a Super Bowl, or they ain't got the MVPs, or they ain't got, like, come on, man. We watch the games. Like, we watch the games. We see what these dudes are able to do. A lot of these dudes are special, man. So I just hate how these dudes get ragged on because they don't make it to a Super Bowl or AFC Championship, or they have maybe a tough performance or whatnot. Look, this is what it is. You can, whatever, try and hold that over their head or not. But to me, these dudes are still great, nevertheless.
Nah, for sure. And, I think the biggest takeaway is obviously, throughout the game, the first half, Lamar kind of played shaky, but something that was ultra impressive to me was that last drive, right? Like you get the ball. I know they had a good return, but you get the holding penalty, which brings you back to, I think, 12 yards. And I think they started at the maybe the 15 or maybe the 20. So he had to go. I think he had to go 88 yards or something like that. So to see him go, the length of the field and still have time on it, and put them in a situation, a position to win that game, especially in that moment of it's a gotta have it moment, where that's been a question for a lot of people with him, is when he get in them clutch moments, can he produce? And to see him go down there and score that quickly, like, I think was dope to see that he has definitely improved. So obviously they come out the way that the Ravens wanted it to. I'm sure they're gonna reload next year and bring back majority of the guys and try again. And they always gonna be a team in contention. Always gonna be a team in contention.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoyed watching that game, and unfortunately, the turnovers is what hurt them. They put the ball on the ground. They lost it 2-3 times, I think, and obviously,
they might have four.
I think it was 3. Mark Andrews lost 2, right?
Nah, he lost one.
Lost one. Lamar lost one. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things where you have an opportunity to, tie the game up at the end of the game, and just the connection don't happen, and you don't, guys work on this every year, all year, all season. The weather's a factor and things like that, and obviously, you hope a guy makes a play like that and see the game continue, but people make mistakes, man. Now it's just how you learn from it and how you bounce back from it. But it was a great game, and shouts out to Bills Mafia. I know I give Matt Pert a lot of crap. But hey, I'm rooting for them boys this week. Or this
It's crazy though, because I seen a stat. Oh, my fault, Ken. You can go ahead. Go ahead. Oh no, it's crazy because I seen a stat that said Mark Andrews hasn't had a turnover or a fumble since, I want to say, 2019. And I think once he lost that ball in that fourth quarter with that, I think mentally it was here. Like, and again, that's a play that, bro, Mark Andrews makes 10 out of 10 times, right?
Yeah.
But when you haven't lost a fumble, you haven't put the ball on the ground, especially in the fourth quarter where that time ticking, I just think it messed with him mentally, and I think that's where the mental error came at on that last 2-point conversion. So it sucks, but like you said, Warren, work on it all year, but that's that mental battle that fans would never understand, right?
No, definitely. We'll get to the last game. We had the surprise of the weekend. I mean, I didn't expect these dudes to go on the road and win this game. The Commanders went handle their business against the Detroit Lions on their home turf. It was a close game in the beginning. Then them boys really started to separate. Jane Daniels ball. You had Scary Terry. He had a nice little screen pass to the crib. They defense, they made it tough on Jared Goff and company. To me, that was the way they had to win. Had to force Jared Goff into some turnovers, made them play from behind. They executed their game plan perfectly. I think this is a dangerous football team. I very well think this team can win this weekend in Philadelphia. They're playing on fire. They're one of them the wild card teams that nobody expect to be here. They ain't got nothing to lose. Playing a divisional game too. I think that's even better. Playing a divisional game, a team that I know. You know what I'm saying? they don't expect us to win. I think they got a shot, man. Like, especially like if you watch the game against the Rams, you can see like Philadelphia is not playing clean football, especially on offense. They is not playing clean football. So you go ahead, Warren. You can chime in.
No, I was gonna say Jalen's banged up too. Just adding to what you were saying. I mean, I think Washington has a very good chance, especially going in with the momentum. I mean, and truth be told, you hadn't really. I mean, you've seen it here and there throughout the course of the season, but they really took advantage of Detroit being banged up on the defensive side of the ball. They really took advantage of it, and you hadn't seen it a lot all year. Detroit was handling business somehow, but I think Jane Daniels is a generational talent, man. That dude is a good ball player. He came into a very good situation, and he is making that situation much better, just him and himself. So shout out to all the pieces he got around him, but that boy's balling.
Nah, he's playing out of his mind, and it's a couple things. Like I'm excited for Zach Ertz to be back there. I mean, Philly legend, right?
Think about that,
for him to get an opportunity to knock them boys off. If I am Cliff Kingsbury, bro, I am going deep into the bag of things that Philly has struggled with in past years. I know I mentioned, right, like KC running the fast jet sweep returns, right? Like, see if they have corrected that stuff. And I know, right, it's far past removed, but it's a copycat league. Everybody, they analytics wise, they look at all these things, how you played it with certain coverages. And I think if Cliff Kingsbury is able to win the coordinator matchup, I feel like Jaden Daniels and that team will handle what they're supposed to, and they'll win this game. I actually am going to roll with the Commanders winning this.
Yes, sir.
What you like, Ken? What you like?
I don't know what the spread is or whatever, but take Washington, bro. I like just piggyback what Jay said earlier. Like, Saquon really been carrying them boys all playoffs, and then if I'm the Commanders, I'm be comfortable with Jalen Hurts beating me. If the Jalen Hurts throw for 300 yards, shit like that, I can't do nothing about that. But I cannot let Saquon run all over me. If I'm stacking the box, I'm not trusting Jalen Hurts to beat me with his arm. Fuck it, man. Let's roll.
Man. And we get Marshawn. Like I don't know how they going, but we get him.
AJ skin.
We get a Marshawn AJ matchup, right? Like, DQ has. He's not a D coordinator, but they come from a defensive background and mindset. They're going to figure out a way to, what I'm saying? Like you said, stack the box. If Jalen beats you throwing it, then, bro, you live with that. And I think Jalen hurt, bro. Like, he was moving kind of.
Yeah, that just look bad.
And look, you know what I'm saying? He was moving like he couldn't run. So Dante Fowler, all them first round picks on that D line. I want to say what campaign? Like, bro, it's time.
Campaign.
It's time to
hunt. Earn your money.
Put the hand in the dirt and get them.
You got to get after them.
It's a divisional game, bro. And the Commanders fan base. I mean, it's down the street, but. Yeah, the Commanders fan base travel well, bro. So I expect it to be a hostile, but at the same time a good football game.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Then what about AFC Championship? What y'all think about the matchup? Chiefs, Bills,
Bills Mafia.
no doubt you roll over Bills Mafia. I think it's gonna be a good game. It's tough, man. NKC, like it'd be good to see Josh Allen be able to win this one, but it's like I don't know, like the way things been going with KC.
Didn't they beat him in KC earlier in the year too?
No, they beat him in Buffalo.
And Buffalo.
They beat him in Buffalo. I think it's gonna be a great matchup. It's gonna be one of the one possession games where either Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen gonna have to rock towards the end, and whether they make a play or not. It's just, To me,
James,
I just
it's hard to win an Arrowhead.
Only thing is, I just trust KC's defense just a little bit more. That's the difference for me. I just love Steve Spagnuolo. I love the way he dials up game plans. But if he's not able to like slow down James Cook and like Josh Allen, it can make for a long day. I just think for Buffalo, they're gonna have to create a turnover or two, like on defense. They're gonna have to find a way to do that. Like KC not playing perfect neither. So
hey, if they had that same ref that Breeze was talking about last week,
I don't think he got
something up. That's all I'm saying. Something up.
So the homie down here that work out at the same place, he's an NFL ref. He actually is an alternate for that game. So So he was telling me today. But I think if you get the game before, you can't in the playoffs. You can't get back to back games. Yeah. So the dude that they 6-0 with, he can't.
He may be there for the Super Bowl though.
But he might be in the Super Bowl.
If KC lose, he gonna take the day off.
But I think, bro, like you said, James, I think the Bills are gonna have to generate turnovers like how they did in that Baltimore game, and that's the thing that like Kansas City, I don't really see them making like big time mistakes like that in these AFC Championship games. So I see Pat having a clean one. I'm gonna go KC. I don't think the Bills can beat the Eagles, right? Like if the Eagles came out of the NFC, I wouldn't want to see the Bills and Eagles because I think the Eagles will blow them out, bro. Like it's just not enough power. It's just not enough. Yeah, it's just not enough power on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm gonna go KC, bro. I'm gonna go KC.
What you think, Ken?
See, the Dolphin fan in me can't root for the Bills. You feel me? I just can't. I do want to see the Chiefs lose, but I want to see the Bills lose even more, fam. So I'm gonna go with Kansas City. I'm gonna go with Kansas City. It's gonna be a good one.
Hey, Perk, listening, Perk, our producer. If the Bills win, though, bro, you gotta chug a beer and do like a WWE move on a table or something for the boys.
I'll chug a beer. Hey, this is crazy, bro. I don't know.
Hey,
Perk, you gotta chime in. Perk, you gotta do it. You're on mute.
Yeah, we're on mute.
If the Bills do manage to win and go to the Super Bowl for the first time since the '94 season, man, I've had a neck surgery and 2 back surgeries, so I'm not sure if I want to go full people's elbow through the table or not.
Put some pillows on. Put some pillows on.
Yeah, do it.
I will do
off
something
in the cold.
I will do something special. Absolutely. I will be wearing my Zubaz no matter what it is that I'm doing.
Hey, I will say, also the weather ain't gonna matter now, regardless of how cold it is. It's just as cold in Buffalo. So
it's gonna be a good game, man. I'll tell you that much. It's gonna be a great matchup. 4th quarter, last possession game. At least that's what I'm hoping for. At least, but definitely we're gonna get to the social standout before we get to college football. I got to take it back out to Detroit, where my guy.
Oh no!
Hey, my dog, free out.
Free out. These young boys different, one.
What make you like, bro? What hits your brain to be like, yeah, I'm finna.
How about that?
Hey,
that boy different, man. He different.
Hey, he talked to his homeboys before the game, and it had to be a dare or a bet or something, bro.
Nah, bro, I don't even. But he been tweaking all season, bro.
That don't help his kid. You're like, damn, bro, you really out here bugging.
He's different, bro. He's different.
St. Brown and Amar St. Brown, he saved that boy because he had one more. Yeah, one more pump. You get 3 pumps, boy, and that's fine. James, you think that FedEx slip still coming? I wonder if
it might be on the way. It might hit your locker before you pack your stuff up.
I thought he would have got fined already by now, though. No.
Somebody would have said something.
By now it might be there. It's Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
It might be there. They gonna send it.
They might let it slide because it's the playoffs.
National television. Everybody.
They're gonna throw salt on the wound. They done lost too. He threw a kick that game.
Sick. Lost your whole playoff check.
Mommy, what's that?
Yeah. Whole playoff check gone. Sick. Looking real sick. Play for free this weekend.
Play for free.
All off the Sunday, bro. All off the Sunday, bro. Play for free. Oh, y'all funny, dog.
Definitely tough, man.
Giving out service.
We're gonna turn the page to college football. We had the CFP Championship. It was yesterday. Ohio State took on Notre Dame, and Soj picked Ohio State to win. Me and Warren picked with the underdog and Notre Dame to win it. It looked like it was about to get ugly, early on. But
that first drive,
first drive, like, the boy played. They played the way they needed to play. Then the boy went on BS time, back to back, just terrible drives on offense, just penalties and snap the ball into the dude in motion. I'm like, this about to get ugly real quick. But it was good to see him battle back. Try and make it a game towards the end. But at the end of the day, Ohio State was just a little too much for him. But you got to give a ton of credit for Ryan Day. Glad he's able to get over the hump. Can really push that. They're still going to talk about Michigan and all that for him, I'm sure. But to me, a national championship is bigger than a rivalry game. I know over there it's a little bit different and everything. But to cement yourself in college football history, not every coach gets to win a national championship. So definitely shout out to him. Big year. First time 12-team playoff. You went against Tennessee. You went up against Texas. Went up against some good football team before you got to the national championship. Yeah, and Oregon too. So it was wasn't easy road. Wasn't an easy road for him. They went out and handled business in the first time doing this. So to me, that's really impressive for him. And I'm sure that's a huge weight off of his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he's been under scrutiny. Him, his family, everything. It's a lot that goes into all this. So, shout out to them. They spent their money this offseason in that NIL, and it paid off for them. You know what I'm saying? So, hey. But I do say I will give a ton of credit to Marcus Freeman and Notre Dame too, man. They had a good year. Had some injuries and whatnot, kept battling, made it to the national championship. Many people didn't probably even expect them to be there and whatnot, but they made it. They competed. They didn't result in the championship, but I do think this team's going to be in contention. I think this will help them, bring in some more recruits and people who want to play for a dude like Marcus Freeman. Seems like he's a good coach, and I think they'll be on the right track going forward.
The question is, can I get in Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Hey, Graves better be tight, boy.
They're gonna put you in there, bro. If you can play, they're gonna put you in there.
Like think about it. If Jeremiah Smith wanted to go to Notre Dame, I'm not saying he, but like, dang, bro, can you get in Notre Dame, bro?
You'll find a way to either this day. Get you in.
Depending on who you is. And that's happened since the beginning of time. They're gonna figure out a way to get you in the program.
Figure out to get you way in there. But I gotta go back to people gotta know, man, Warren. After that first drive, you feel me? You sent the text in the group chat. You was
it wasn't like
you told them, boys, but they better tighten up. Like, hey, that was really. but to see O State put it together, man. I more than anything, I'm happy for Jeremiah Smith, bro. From down here in South Florida, where we from, just being able to see him hold that star power on his shoulders the whole year, and then get into the Nash. I know the last game Texas had a great game plan for him and X'd them out, and then that you can see that first couple of drives, Ohio State made sure they got him the ball, but you got to still got to give credit to Notre Dame. I think after that, he was MIA until that last play, right? So I just think good ball, right? That's what you want to see. I think that's what a lot of college football fans want to see as far as the playoffs, because the last couple games we've been getting blowouts and it ain't been fun to watch. But he legendary, bro. Yeah. But look at Crabtree. I didn't know.
People forget about that.
Whoa.
Crabtree was.
What's his quarterback?
Graham Harrell.
Yeah,
Graham Harrell was that dude, boy. Graham Harrell. I mean, you remember them times where Mike Leach and them air raid offenses. That was all
Mike
Graham
Leach.
Harrell. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was Mike Leach.
Mike Leach was in at Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Oh, boys, that back shoulder fade.
Yeah.
They're the ones who really started.
They're the one that started that.
And all that versus Texas hit that boy crack. Yeah. Crabtree was definitely one of them dudes. I ain't never realized he had 1,900 yards as a freshman.
I ain't know it. 19 is Rick.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And less games,
and
too.
that'll never be touched. I don't think.
Yeah,
maybe. I mean, I can't say never because young dudes crazy these days, but.
Yeah.
Bro, 19 is ridiculous, bro.
19 is crazy.
19 is crazy.
As a freshman,
As a freshman, too. But you know how, and I'm just, but you know how, and I'm not saying, but you know how big headed I would be, bro. 19, bro, like, I'm damn near unguardable, bro. Can't nobody guard me.
Hey, did y'all see in a little interview after the game, Jeremiah Smith, what little social media clip that boy was like, yeah, it's got me one national championship. I'm looking to get 3 more. I mean 2 more with all. Yeah, I'm out of here.
He said it right. He said it right. Ain't no wrong with
Out of
that.
there, boy.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all boys. I'd win me 1 more and I'll pull a Jamar Chase and just sit out the live stream.
I'm vibing, man. But I mean,
take out that little policy. Man, that little shit, and I'll be chilling, bro.
You'll be making check, but you'll be making check though. So,
hey, Smith, man, man, come back home, man.
Look at this man,
man. Hey, kid.
Miami, if y'all don't win nothing this year, oh my goodness, y'all spending so much money hitting all these transfer portal, this and that. If y'all don't even win the ACC, that's
it's a process, man. You know, it's a process.
It ain't no process.
So Smith, you see how much money we gave back, man. We got some more stashed away for you now. Come back home.
The deal what you need to do up there.
Man,
you gotta do.
Better hope back bring that A game.
Yeah,
I was rooting for Notre Dame. You know, Old State did what they had to do. Now it's F Notre Dame because we got them boys week 1. And we gonna murk them boys, man.
Oh no, now.
I got Notre Dame week 1 next year.
Yeah. Y'all got tough little. I seen y'all post a little home schedule. That just look kind of rough.
Hey, and when they gonna go back to the whole like Catholic versus convict thing again? They gonna bring that back up?
Hopefully so. Bring back some of that old school stuff.
That old school stuff.
Before we
we gotta show we back, man. We gotta show we back.
So Ken, right? If y'all don't make the playoffs next year, do we have a conversation of firing Cristobal or what's up, bro? Because you was earlier in the year you was talking about McDaniels, and I agree with you. Like they ain't going nowhere, but they need it's time.
It's gonna be a lot of the same.
But you feel me? What's up with Cristobal?
We gotta see
that time ticking.
Mario got a big role in how things went, but the DC was horrible last year, bro.
Yeah,
that I'm glad he's gone. Yeah. So we'll see how the season go, and we'll go from there.
The new DC looked crazy. He came from Minnesota. Look crazy. Look like he got the right mentality for it. Look like he's a coach.
We gonna see.
Hey,
look like
YNs, man.
Hey, you can't. Hey, them YNs don't care, but them boys get paid. You can't tell them nothing.
Yeah,
you
can't tell them boys nothing. Them boys get paid. And you ain't gotta play. They get a check.
Before we get off the national championship game,
I'm a little jealous, y'all boys. I ain't trying to.
We all are.
I'm a little jealous. Definitely. The boy get taken care of, to say the least, man. But we go take it to the money now segment where plays are made, and that's how you get paid. We gonna take you out to the national championship game, man. You know, the Ohio State running backs, man. They've been doing their thing during these playoffs.
I ain't gonna lie. I know that he hurt. I know that he hurt.
That was a grown man run.
Yeah, he been because early in the season, man, I was questioning him, man. I was like, all that spin move.
Hey, I ain't seen that spin move all year.
Game.
I ain't seen all.
I was like, what he gonna do? But he cranked up during the playoffs, man. You can see the physicality. Stiff him in the ground, physical, make sure you finish in the end zone. I really thought their backs, kind of was a big difference. I know Jeremiah Smith was a huge thing, but their backs was a huge difference.
Trevion Henderson was that deal this year.
Trevion
Henderson, for sure.
To me, he should be at least a second-round pick, but we'll see how they value the running backs. I think so.
I would think so. Yeah.
He looks like more of a versatile back in a program.
More bigger though. You know that. They be.
I don't know. Depend. who has them on their chart and all that, you know what I'm saying, where they value them at. If you get a team like whatever, KC or some junk like that, who try and get a little out the backfield, you know what I'm saying? Or even like the Rams or some team like that, it's like looking for a little explosive back, hit that 22 miles an hour, check it down to them. It can definitely be something special. So, man, yeah, shout out to their backs, man. They handle their business. But before we wrap, I gotta ask y'all, because it's the first time I did the 12-team playoff. There wasn't really a lot of hype going into the national championship game. Do y'all think that there was too much time in between, the end of the regular season all the way to the national championship? Did they need to play the game a little bit earlier? I think so. I mean, I always even thought that a couple of weeks off even before bowl games was kind of crazy, but I know they kind of got to get set up with the logistics and all that stuff. But I definitely think they need to speed it up a little bit. Maybe start the playoffs, maybe even a week after the conference championship games, they even keep still playing them, because we all see that doesn't necessarily matter too much anymore. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they handle it. I don't know what y'all think about the delay of the end of the season all the way to the national championship.
You got it, one.
I agree. I think it's I think it's too much time, right? And I think it kind of takes away from, I don't want to say it takes away from the excitement, because everybody loves watching college football, seeing, who wins the national championship and things like that. But it's kind of like you got so much going on in between that week that it's kind of like, I don't want to say you forget about it, but it's like you're not as focused on it, right? You're not as anticipating for the game to come around. So I think if you do it like the following week, much more excitement, much more energy and juice around the college football national championship, right? So I definitely think it's too much time. Love it for the guys' recovery and things like that, and for game planning purposes to have the best possible game. But I think for the most juice around it, you got to do it like just right after the college, or right after, week after week for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Or you either gotta push the season to start a little bit earlier. I just think it's just crazy, because you look at a team like, if you made it to the last four, or even a national championship, like as a student, like think Ohio State, they didn't get a break, right? Mm-hmm. So like a Christmas break, you didn't get a chance to see your family, and then obviously you played deep into January, so it's like you starting class. You know what I'm saying? They probably started class. Like some schools probably ever started class already. The
winter workouts. I see people doing workouts.
Yeah, so it's like, it's just, I think for them, and I'm sure Ohio State and Notre Dame, like I'm sure they're going to tailor their off-season schedule. Might start spring a little bit later, whatever the case may be. But I just think, you got to think of the kids and everything. Obviously, they're getting paid a lot more now, getting paid, so it is a job. But at the same time, I think having the national championship like involved with the divisional rounds and the playoffs and NFL, it's just too much all at one time. For you to, as a fan, it's like overload for you to focus on. So I think they got to, make some adjustments.
Yeah, even so, because the combine, what that just be like in the February? Dude's got
I didn't even think of that. Yeah,
dude's got a month to get ready for the combine. So the time definitely ticking on a lot of that. So they got to make some adjustments when it comes to the schedule. Definitely getting pushed off, way too much. I don't know how somebody do. You gonna run what you gonna run, but like, damn, my body may not even be fully recovered. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting to see how that all gets worked out. But it's a wrap for this Money Down podcast. Appreciate you guys tuning in to this live episode. Keep liking, keep subscribing. We appreciate all you guys, all the viewership. Keep showing love. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Turn me up.
Shit feel like game 7. Put lines up through my essence. Wake up in the morning, count my blessings.